Fasting. You saw it on Instagram. Everyone's suddenly fat adapted, chugging butter-laced coffee like it's holy water and walking around like monks with abs. Oh goody, another wellness cult. So you gave it a shot, skipped breakfast, pushed through lunch, and by dinner, you were either levitating with discipline or hallucinating grilled cheese in the carpet fibers. Here's the thing, fasting isn't about starving yourself until the universe sends you abs. It's about flipping biological switches, autophagy, hormone resets, metabolic upgrades. Real science stuff. Stuff that makes your cells throw a house party, like it's 1999 and mitochondria are the DJ. But if you don't do it right, you're not fasting. You're gaslighting your metabolism, promising it results while secretly sabotage speedrunning it with kale smoothies and bad decisions. And this is where most people crash and then blame the fast. Spoiler, it's not the fast. It's the 5 brutal mistakes you're making without even knowing it. And mistake number 3, it's a full-body betrayal, starring your digestive system and a bowl of regret. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to stop screwing up your fasts and why Chad's bulletproof blender deserves a trial at The Hague. Let's go. Here's the brutal truth. Your body isn't a trash can, but you keep treating it like one. You announce you're about to detox or cleanse, so naturally, you celebrate with pizza, ice cream, and that gas station sushi that legally qualifies as a hate crime. For energy. That's not prepping for a fast. That's a biochemical crime scene. And your poor liver is the forensic team on overtime. See, when you slam your system with sugar and junk, your blood sugar spikes. Insulin kicks down the door like a caffeinated SWAT team and shoves all that glucose straight into fat storage. Then you start your fast, but your metabolism, it's tied up, gagged, and locked in the trunk of a Pop-Tart getaway car. Autophagy takes one look and goes, yeah, no thanks. Here's the fix. Treat your body like it's a luxury spa, not a frat house. That means clean proteins, healthy fats, veggies, 24 hours before your fast. Real food. Nothing that glows in the dark, comes in a box, or has a cartoon sidekick. This isn't about perfection. It's about not starting your fast with a biochemical hangover and a liver that's drafting its resignation letter. On company time. Day 2 hits, and suddenly, you feel like a Victorian orphan with consumption, pale, weak, and one emotional hiccup away from crying into a pile of laundry and regret. Relax, you're not dying. Probably. You're just making a classic rookie mistake, treating water like it's some kind of magical detox juice, while flushing electrolytes faster than a Vegas hotel room after a rock star weekend. Sodium, potassium, magnesium. These aren't optional. They're your body's electrical wiring. Without them, your brain short circuits, your muscles start interpretive dancing, and your mood? Let's just say your adrenal glands are one unpaid invoice away from walking off the job. That headache? Not toxins leaving your body. That's your nervous system flickering like a haunted light bulb. That moment you wept during a dog food commercial? Yep. That's not emotional growth. That's biochemical chaos. Here's the move. Forget plain water. Add salt. Sip bone broth like it's therapy. Even a pickle can save your fast. Yes, really. If your pee looks like glass, that's not hydration. That's you evacuating nutrients your cells are literally begging to keep. So unless you enjoy feeling like a medieval ghost with mood swings, give your electrolytes some love. You made it. 48 hours of fasting glory. No food, no drama, no sobbing into a donut. And now, the moment of truth. Will you break your fast like a mindful legend, or belly flop into a buffet like a trash panda who just discovered nacho cheese? Yeah, we both know which one usually wins. Here's what actually happens when you break your fast with a deep-fried carb avalanche. Your gut, which has been rebuilding itself like a Zen garden, suddenly gets hit with a biochemical mosh pit. Stomach acid, still on PTO. Digestive enzymes? In hiding. Your freshly repaired gut lining? Currently reevaluating its life choices. What comes next? Bloating so intense, you start Googling due dates. Energy crashes that feel like a Netflix cancellation. Blood sugar spikes that could power a carnival ride. And the grand finale? Toilet regret. The kind that makes you whisper, I regret everything. Here's the ninja move. Treat your first meal like you're introducing two exes at a wedding. Slowly, calmly, and with absolutely no raw emotions. Start with bone broth, steamed veggies, maybe a soft avocado if you're feeling wild. Save the pizza demolition derby for day 3, when your digestive SWAT team is finally back on duty, and not filing an HR complaint. Let's talk about the greatest scam the keto bros ever pulled, convincing you that drinking 500 calories of butter and oil somehow doesn't count. Newsflash, your liver didn't get the memo. That beloved bulletproof coffee? Yeah, that's not a fasting hack. That's a milkshake in disguise, wearing a lab coat and whispering lies. Here's the actual science. When you dump fat into your system during a fast, you're not boosting fat burn. You're just handing your body premium fuel, so it has zero reason to touch your actual fat stores. It's like showing up to weight loss boot camp with a family-sized bag of chips and calling it support. Insulin still creeps up. Autophagy hits pause. Your liver? Quietly rage-quitting in the background. But sure, keep pretending your coffee is medicine. Just don't be shocked when your fast ends with stalled results and a butter-induced identity crisis. Here's the move. Drink it black, like your soul after reading TikTok fasting tips. Or go green tea if you want the metabolic benefits without the mug full of lies. Save the butter bombs for when you're actually eating, because your fast deserves better than dessert in a mug masquerading as discipline. Nothing screams I hate myself quite like hitting a CrossFit WOD on day 3 of a fast. You're dizzy. You're hallucinating that your gym shoes are speaking Latin. And that 90-pound barbell might as well be Thor's hammer wrapped in shame. But hey, no pain, no gain, right? Wrong. You're not burning fat faster. You're just torching your adrenal glands like a college student on Red Bull and 0 electrolytes. Cortisol spikes. Your body panics. Fuel, it eats your muscle first, not fat, muscle. Your performance tanks harder than a crypto coin with a Twitter scandal. And that fat-burning zone you were aiming for? Yeah, you left it in the locker room, next to your common sense. Look, fasted movement? Good idea. Do yoga, walk, even just stare meaningfully at your dumbbells while sipping salt water. But fasted HIIT? That's not discipline. That's self-sabotage with a sweatband. Your body's in rebuild mode. It needs fuel, not a punishment montage. So save the heroics for after your refeed. Train smart, not stupid. Because those gains you think you're chasing while fasted? Yeah, they're actually losses in disguise. You followed the rules. You crushed the fast. You didn't even lick the spoon during meal prep. So why do you feel like a zombie that got hit by a Tesla? Meet your invisible saboteur, micronutrient deficiency. The quiet thief draining your energy, brain power, and results, while you smugly sip salt water and call it discipline. Here's what nobody mentions on social media. Fasting is a cellular renovation project, but try rebuilding your body without raw materials. No magnesium, no omega-3s, no vitamin D. And what do you get? A biological junkyard. Your mitochondria riot. Your hormones throw sugar tantrums. Your brain fog gets thicker than a Marvel post-credit scene. But hey, keep drinking black coffee and praying. You need building blocks, magnesium to chill, omega-3s to think, electrolytes so you don't collapse mid-task, and vitamin D. That's the foreman of this whole cellular construction site. If D's low, everything stalls. And Chad, He thinks supplements are for the weak. He also thinks sleep is a conspiracy. So yeah, maybe don't take advice from the guy who treats cortisol like a lifestyle. Here's the move. Test your D. Take real doses. Eat real fats. Don't let a few missing molecules be the reason your fast feels like failure wearing a wellness hoodie. Next up, we dive deep into how fasting can supercharge your immune system without turning you into a cautionary tale with leg cramps and regrets. So let's recap. You're not bad at fasting. You've just been given garbage instructions wrapped in wellness buzzwords and sprinkled with bro science. You thought it was about suffering into enlightenment. Turns out, it's about outsmarting your mitochondria, not torturing them. You blamed willpower. The real culprit, electrolytes, micronutrients, and Chad's butter-loaded biochemical betrayal. But now you know better. This isn't just a fasting guide. It's a metabolic rebellion, a full-blown metabolic mutiny against bro science, against wellness cults, against TikTok advice that ends in bathroom regret. Your move. Save this. Try it for real. Then watch what happens when your body finally gets the memo. You're not here to torture it. You're here to upgrade it. Now, if any of these mistakes made you feel called out, good. Drop your worst fasting fail in the comments, and I just might roast it lovingly in the next episode. But before you go binge more bad advice, here's a heads up. Next up, we're going deeper, because fasting doesn't just make your gut behave or your pants fit better. It flips a switch in your immune system that even some doctors are calling suspiciously powerful. So if you want to know what's actually happening to your immune system during a fast, and how it connects to a vitamin protocol that's quietly reversing autoimmune disease, buckle up, hit subscribe, and maybe hydrate.